With hundreds of millions of hardcore gamers and thousands of global tournaments each year, computer games are well on their way to becoming the world's biggest sports.
This is the computer game that we are all gathered here to watch. A computer game.
And at the center of everything is a whole new breed of celebrity, the esports superstar.
I guess essentially I'm a 21-year-old who's a millionaire through gaming. Yo, I'll take it.
I'll take it. Oh, this is crazy, bro.
The best players have left their bedrooms to compete in the world's biggest stadiums. Offered up athletic visas and sports scholarships, athletes play for up to 18 hours a day in dedicated gaming houses, always under the watchful eyes of their agents and coaches. For those who work hard and keep their heads together, real fame and wealth await, with cash prizes going into the millions. But as quickly as their stars can rise, they can also come crashing down when the pressure of top-level competition proves too much to handle. With the screaming fans, the huge cash prizes, and above all, the glory, the pressure has never been this great. Welcome to the world of esports.
Bro, 15 mil, bro, for gaming? Yo. Seoul, South Korea, bro. I want to go there, bro. I would love to travel there, bro. I am going to travel there one day, bro.
Everyone who's involved in esports, and that's that it's here in South Korea, where as far as professional gaming is concerned, this is home. It's a country where you'd be hard-pressed to find a street that didn't have at least one gaming cafe, or PC bong as they call it. It's a country with its own dedicated esports stadiums, and where young men can achieve celebrity status purely by being very, very good at computer games. But most importantly, it's here in Seoul where for the first time ever, the League of Legends World Championship will be held, making this one of the biggest gaming events in all of history.
Oh, bro, this gonna be interesting, nigga.
We're in Chamseo Olympic Park in Seoul, South Korea for the League of Legends World Semifinals. And it's gonna be Samsung Blue versus Samsung White, the two Korean teams. And then after that, it's gonna be Team OMG, which does stand for Oh My God, and Starhorn Royal Club playing against each other. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, the sun's out, it's really hot. It's a perfect day, really, to sit indoors in a dark room for hours and watch some professional video games.
This is a serious thing
Joseph,
right now.
But everybody calls me Calcep. People tend to know who you are pretty easily, which is another advantage of wearing a Cal costume. Style. I like it.
Are you guys an item?
예. 사귀고 있어, 커플이에요.
Would you guys say that couples who play together stay together?
아무래도 좋아하는 거랑 취미를 공유하는 거나 마찬가지이기 때문에 오래 사귈 수 있는 것 같아요.
Other than the matches themselves, the biggest appeal of any esports event is the cosplay. In Korea, cosplay isn't just a hobby, it's a full-time professional career.
What?
Entire teams dress up like computer game characters so that fans can get a sense of being closer to the game and take pictures with the champions they play online.
What?
In many ways, the cosplay teams are the cheerleaders of the esports world, and they get almost as much fanfare as the athletes themselves.
Wow. Do you wish that you could be your character in real life?
No.
Why not?
저 평범하게 살고 싶습니다.
I just want to live a normal life.
One of the cosplay groups here is called Spiral Cats, and they've invited us into their dressing room to see how they get dressed in their cosplay outfits. Is it okay if I come in? I've just noticed there's not a lot of coverage with your armor. How would that actually work in battle?
한국에서는 이렇게 여자의 이렇게 뭐랄까 매력이 드러나는 부위 이런 거를 이렇게 좀 나타내 주는 걸 그러는데 그러니까 그런 거를 갖다가 외국에서는 어떻게 얘기하는데 한국에서는 이건 방어도가 높다라고 표현을 많이 해요. 예쁘게 하고 나가면 주변에 아군들의 그 사기가 올라가지 않을까.
Are you not boiling hot inside of that? Is there a leg bit that goes with it, or is it just top half giant purple monster, bottom half jorts?
Thank you.
What's that giant syringe for? What is that? The furry one, the steampunky one, the kind of kinky one, and the wizard one, they're all amazing.
They all look the same. I ain't gonna front with you. I don't mean to be messed up, but they look the same, bro.
I'd
Like
throw on
they're
a
all
purple
sisters.
fat suit all day in the sun if it meant I got to hang out with these 4 spiral cats. Yeah, definitely. So we're entering the semi-final with the spiral cats. Basically, they're making me look a lot cooler, but I'm completely cramping their style.
Yo, what's
There
going
are more
on
League
with you,
of
bro?
Legends players in the world.
Welcome into the
than there
chat, man. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Big dog, the P. What it do, bruh? Hey, thank you for the follow, Big Dog the P, man. It's Justin Bless. And I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m. till midnight or later. We gotta rewind it because y'all ain't see it.
Before each game starts, players' portraits come up on a big screen with their gamer aliases underneath. Names like Uzi, Looper, and a guy known simply as Cool. Both groups would already be taking home at least 150K, but only one would win the chance to play Samsung White in the finals for $1 million.
Samsung White.
As their characters appeared on screen, the crowd went wild. The games had begun.
These guys are about to write a new story for us here in semifinals.
It's a real sport. They got those things. This is real sport shit here, bro.
You can change the color depending on which team you're supporting. So you can look into the crowd and see which team is the most popular based on the colors. Weirdly enough, the only other show that I know this has been done at is Coldplay.
They hold them up. Shockwave comes in. Cola is going to go very low. They're actually trying to kill off Uzi at the bottom, and they won't go right. It'll be easy peasy.
Sounded like that guy was having an
turn,
esports
bruh.
orgasm.
Here in game 1, Korn just tries to come off the fountain. They want to pick up some more kills. Korn go on back just at the end. But solid victory in game 1 for OMG. Very much controlled the game, controlled the lanes from the very start.
Between every game, there's a huge line of Spiral Cats fans who just queue up, just take a picture with these girls. There's going to be about 6,000 pictures on Twitter tonight that all look exactly the same. Just one guy in the middle of 2 Spiral Cats.
That's crazy.
Thing is, Tasha actually said that I was very handsome earlier, so...
Is everybody having a great time? Do you guys want some swag? Let's bring out the swag!
As soon as a match would finish, fans would leap out of their seats and run to the front of the stage. Why? Because of a little thing known as swag. Not hip-hop swag, but esports swag, which comes in the form of small styrofoam figurines that are continuously thrown out into the audience.
Is it a cupcake?
It's pretty
What
obvious
is
that there's a lot of swag in this room right now.
Welcome back to the 2014 World Championship. Who will face Samsung White in the final?
My first swag experience was unsuccessful, and I went back to the Spiral Cats empty-handed, only to find that my seat had been taken by somebody else.
How's it going? Is someone sitting here? Can I sit here? Kind of annoyed because there's some people sitting with the Spiral Cats right now, and it's kind of my thing, so might have to have a word with them in a bit.
He's like, man, I
So
a seat
the
check.
guys who stole my seats next to Spiral Cats are talking to them right now are actually the American team, Cloud9. So they're really famous esports stars.
My alienation from the glamorous world of the esports elite was about to become way more obvious, because the guy who took my seat was one of its A-list celebs. His name was High, and he was the captain of Cloud9, America's best team.
Hey man, I was just wondering, we were... Oh, sorry.
This is it. Yeah, 1 second.
We're making a documentary about esports, and we were filming with the Spiral Cats earlier. I know you guys are from Cloud9. I was wondering if you'd be interested in like a quick interview with.
Yeah, can you later, like after the next game?
Yeah, sure. Whenever you want, man. Yeah.
Will you be here?
Yeah. Be right here. Cool.
I'll find you later.
Cool. Cheers, man.
That nigga really
But what did I expect?
think he's
He
something.
may not be a household name, but in this world, High was hot shit, and I had no League of Legends skills to my name.
Damn.
A little bit deeper. They try again to heal on the fountain, but this whole time the Nexus is falling. The Nexus super low. Just a couple more hits will do it, and there it is. Starhorn Royal Club take down OMG to move through to the 2014 World
It's got
Championship.
OMG, huh?
So the stage was set. The Chinese Starhorn Royal Club would be competing against the Korean Samsung White for $1 million and the coveted Summoners Cup.
The atmosphere was absolutely crazy when they won. The Chinese fans especially were just going mental. So now we're going to go head to the press junket and see if we can catch an interview with some of the players.
Having EDG out of the way already for the semi-finals, how did that affect you? Since they won 4 LPLs, and then also that they beat you in the qualification, so that you got a direct seat into Worlds.
The fact that we were able to beat them on such a bigger stage, such as the World Championships, like I think that's a lot happier. It makes it a much more happier achievement.
You gotta insert yourself more.
The Spiral Cats had left me for High, America's esports superstar, and I couldn't even get a question in edgewise at the press junket. We were quickly learning how difficult it was going to be to penetrate this exclusive world with its own A-list celebrities and its own rules.
Damn, it like that, huh? You be like that, huh? That should really be like that.
So when I was growing up, I played a lot of computer games. I played a lot of strategy games. And I thought that I was really good at those games. But I was annoyed that being good at those games didn't make me cool. It didn't make girls like me. Whereas being good at a physical sport like football, girls would like me for that. Well, in the Western countries that I grew up in, England and America, esports never kind of rose to the same level of a sport. Here in Korea, they did.
This shit ain't no joke over there,
Luckily,
Korea.
for those of us who are past our competitive gaming prime, there are plenty of other gigs available in the esports industry. Equally as famous as the players themselves are the professional commentators known as shoutcasters. Their energetic play-by-play analysis is one of the biggest draws for fans.
Xpeke snuck around the side, teleported into the base, and then he's on the Nexus, and I'm like, oh, this is happening. Oh, okay, this is happening.
He's a completely different type of player. He's on a completely different level. We've got the consistent players and we got the clutch players. Pekka is consistently a clutch player.
That's going to be some big damage. The exhaust to stay in range. Oh my gosh, they actually pull off the kill as well. You can see the crowd is even stunned on that one.
To find out what it takes to become a shoutcaster, I went for a lesson at Nice Game TV, one of the forerunning online esports stations in Seoul.
Let's go see your studios.
This is our webcam.
Oh wow, so we're live right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
이렇게 라이브 캐스팅 같이 하고 이제 요거 같은 경우가 저희 이제 채팅 시청자들 같이 보는 걸로 같이 이야기하면서 인터넷 스트리밍 장점이 그거다 보니까 그렇게 진행.
The amount of people watching this right now is just insane. The screen's just scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of messages. People saying gay, bye, hey, hi, I love you. No, not gay. What the fuck? Hey, Gay TV,
Yeah,
nice Gay TV. Hi, yeah, I can see you're all saying hi, and look forward to our documentary about esports, where you'll all feature and all of your very mature comments on my sexuality. We're gonna do a live stream of a League of Legends games, and I don't really know much about the game, but hopefully I'll be able to learn as we go. So what's going on here?
지금 뭐 시간 끄는 거고 다른 거다 라인전이 중요하기 때문에 바텀이 굉장히 중요한데 블리츠를 고르니서 일단 라인전에서 일단 승리해야 돼. 너무 잘 들었죠.
의견 좋았고요.
예.
I agree.
예. 하지만
근데 일단 마우카이 밀고 리신 역갱. 짠. 하면서 레이턴 펀치.
거기다가 이미
Oh, he almost killed him, right?
Yeah, that's right. e스포츠에서는 보통 공용어로 제일 많이 나오는 단어가 이제 게임이 끝났을 때, you know GG?
Yeah, GG, good game.
네, 게임 끝나게 되면은 다 같이 GG.
Okay.
자 경기 넥서스 펀치입니다.
GG.
매트는 뭐 어떻게 보셨어요?
They initiated when they need to initiate. I mean, I had no question.
I just learned a new slang, bruh. About this game shit.
110% in, and it's great to see them win.
네, 뭐 이게 벌써부터 말하는 스피드도 뭔가 한국식 중계토를 맞춰가는 게 아닌가.
He's expert.
그런 생각이 듭니다. 이렇게 해서 재밌었던 첫 번째 경기는 여기서 마무리하고 저희는 잠시 후에 뵙도록 하겠습니다.
In addition to broadcasting, Nice Game TV also train up-and-coming talent. They introduced us to two young gamers who had just been scouted by a professional team.
How many hours do you put in per day or per week?
일주일이면은 84시간
week?
아닌가?
Actually 88?
88시간 일주일에. 자고 씻고 밥 먹는 시간을 빼고는 그냥 컴퓨터 앞에서 사는 거죠.
Damn,
Do you have a plan if it doesn't work out in gaming?
없어요.
I have nothing. Upset. I have nothing.
So we've just left the Nice Game TV studios where we met some of the world's future esports stars. They have this almost robotic dedication to the game where they're playing 14 or 15 hours. I can only imagine what effect that must have on a young person's mind and life.
That's crazy. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Internet addiction is said to affect 2 million South Koreans and half of its entire teenage population. In 2011, Congresswoman Shin Wee-jin passed a law known as the Cinderella Act, putting internet addiction in the same category as drugs and alcohol, and preventing children under the age of 16 from playing online games after midnight.
사실 중독의 원인은 술도 될 수 있고 도박도 될 수 있습니다. 물론 인터넷 게임도 가능합니다.
By making them use their national identity numbers, children's online accounts now automatically shut down when the clock strikes 12. The Cinderella Act created an uproar in the gaming community, who found political representation in a gaming congressman named Byun Jo-hoon. Spearheading the campaign, the congressman dressed up in League of Legends cosplay in solidarity with the gamers. As head of the Korean Esports Association, he was also cleverly enticing the votes of Korea's rapidly expanding gamer demographic. But despite the gamers' retaliation, a quarter of those diagnosed with internet addiction will end up being hospitalized in a government-sponsored internet rehab center.
That's crazy. Rehab for gaming, nigga?
I'm in the waiting room. I'm here to meet a guy called Dr. Lee Jae-won. We've heard that he has some pretty unorthodox methods of treating people with computer game addiction. We've heard something about brain scans with electrodes, virtual reality therapy, and some kind of magnetic brain pulse. I don't know anything about neuropsychiatry, and I certainly don't know anything about brain pulse therapy. So I'm especially curious to find out how those methods can help cure someone who plays too many computer games. What are the types of people who suffer from internet addiction?
청소년층이라는 것은 나이가 좀 어린일 경우에 이렇게 이제 중독의 위험성은 나이가 어리다는 것 자체가 위험 인자라고
I think kids getting addicted to anything is much higher. You feel me?
How much of this is a result of specifically online gaming?
저희 나라는 거의 대부분 90% 이상이 온라인 게임 애딕션입니다. 그래서
Goodness, nigga.
일단은 가장 첫 번째 기초가 되는 게 검사하고요. 브레인 스캔이 먼저가 되겠죠 아무래도.
Sitting here has made me realize that if I actually was a gaming addict, how terrifying this would be if my parents had forced me to be here and a doctor was putting electrodes on my head. Whoa.
In 2005, a young South Korean man dropped dead after playing StarCraft for 50 hours straight.
What?
And since then, the perceived dangers of gaming addiction have been a considerable source of anxiety for
50
Korea's
hours
older
straight?
generations. But generally, the most extreme symptoms of gaming addiction are sleep deprivation, mood swings, and seizures.
Niggas is tripping.
Every time I hear that clicking noise from the next room, I know that someone's getting their brain fried by magnetic shock therapy.
그래서 이제 실제로 그냥 경험을 하기에는 조금 그런데요. 제가 머리에다 대고 그냥 한 번, 두 번 샥을 가하는 이런 정도로만 보여드릴게요.
Okay, cool.
자, 한번 해볼게요. 3, 2, 1.
It felt like someone had struck my bones with a tuning fork. But was I cured? To find out, I had to enter Dr. Lee's final stage of
I would
therapy,
never.
in which patients are sat in a chair and told to watch footage of violent video games, like the Ludovico technique from A Clockwork Orange, to see how much they can endure without getting the urge to game.
So this is the final stages of your treatment. What do you consider a cured patient?
치료에 대한 개념이 옛날과 조금 달라진 게요. 이제 본인 스스로 그러니까 예를 들면 마약 같은 경우에는 전혀 안 하는 게 치료의 목표가 되겠지만 이 인터넷이나 이런 것들은 사실은 아예 안 한다는 개념보다는 내가 스스로 정상적인 사람들처럼 조절해서 사용할 수 있는 상태를 만들어주는 게 치료의 어떤 이제 상태라고 생각을 해요.
Would you consider the professional gamers to be at risk of addiction or already addicted?
그래서 이제 재미난 이제 브레인 스캔을 한 연구 결과도 있습니다. 그래서 결론은 인터넷 중독자하고 프로게이머의 뇌는 다르다. 그래서 이거를 어디다 어떻게 놓고 사용하느냐에 따라서, 그러니까 자기 앞으로 어떤 미래, 또 내가 어떤 목표가 있고 그거에 따라서 훈련하는데 인터넷 게임을 하는 거는 정상적인 뇌 활동에 방해가 되지 않는데, 이걸 내가 뭐 어디서 대리 만족을 받아야 되는, 또는 나의 그런 안에 이제 올라오는 이런 감정을 분출하기 위한 이런 대리 만족의 도구로 인터넷 게임을 사용을 하게 되면은 이거는 뇌에 이상을 계속 초래하게 된다는 이야기가 되는 거죠.
Whatever you think about this particular brand of brain zapping therapy, one thing is for sure. The speed at which gaming was taking over Korea was making a lot of people genuinely worried.
The clubs weren't making no money, nothing was
In
making
today's world of global Comic Cons, cosplay is everywhere. But much like esports, it's the Koreans who do it best. Costume competitions are almost as competitive as the esports leagues themselves. And teams who aim to win trophies have to treat it as a full-time career.
Yo, Groot was
We
good
went
with
to
you,
the
bro.
outskirts of Seoul to meet one of Korea's top esports cosplay crews, Team CSL.
That's crazy.
We're in a kind of peaceful, idyllic, suburban town, the kind of place you might want to retire to. In one of these houses is a cosplay team. There's knights, dragons, mythical creatures, all hanging out, while the community has no idea that unbeknownst to them, through there is a portal to a mythical world. It is a bit Twin Peaksy. I feel like I'm visiting
Bro,
my
that
nan's
looks like
house.
Arkansas or something.
Except
nigga.
my nan wouldn't have a battle axe outside. Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
Hey guys, how are you? Hi. You guys make all your own costumes?
네, 이거 저랑 우리 대표님이랑 팀원들이 또 전부 다 우리들이 제작하는
How can a human fit
It's a
inside
cosplay.
this?
무겁니?
But what about the practicality of this? I mean, you've never made a costume this big. What if it all just goes totally wrong and you fall over in front of hundreds of people?
슬플 것 같은데요? Too sad.
They go all
Most
out
of
with
our
this costume
parents
shit.
don't actually accept the hobby because they're like, it's a waste of time, and they think that costume play is for kids, so they don't understand what we get out of all this. My house is dirty, you are making a mess, and you're wearing a child's costume.
So I'm gonna try on a costume that they've picked for me. It's one of the League of Legends characters, and apparently it involves spandex. Okay, this might be really revealing, I'm warning you. How do I look? Okay, so is this my character?
Yeah.
What's his name?
House Israel.
What?
House Israel.
House Israel. Cool. Is he like a Zionist knight? Okay, cool.
They for real with this shit, bro.
So what's
No
this?
games.
Is this my weapon?
Yes. You can turn on switch.
Is it doing anything?
Yes.
Nice. This isn't as uncomfortable as I thought. I could totally just wear this all day. I might go out like this in the future. Do I look like a cyberpunk Kurt Cobain right now? Because that's what I feel like.
Body look different, bro.
So, Kyungmin has just invited us to take his golf cart up to one of his favorite spots in town so I can look like this in an environment that's more suitable to League of Legends.
He said, oh, nah.
There's only so much you can learn about the culture as a whole by watching people play computer games for hours on end. If you really want to understand gaming, dress up like a giant robot, get into the wilderness, and then you'll know that computer games are fucking awesome.
They looking at him like, who the fuck is this? The hell this guy on? He on some drugs. They're like, he's on some drugs. Who is that guy?
The Western world, with its slow internet speeds and prejudices about nerd culture, is still playing catch-up to Asia in the global esports scene. In fact, they're so far behind that their players are referred to as foreigners even by other Western commentators. But despite being seen as outsiders, Europe is a thriving esports hub with its own brand of celebrity culture and diehard fans.
That gaming shit gonna take over, bro. I'm telling you. Niggas better
It's
get
Sunday
with it or
afternoon,
get
we're
lost.
at the London Olympic Park. 2 years ago, this was built for actual sports. And now 2 years later, we're here in the same stadium watching esports. I'm not sure it's quite the athletic legacy that Boris Johnson had in mind, but it's kind of ironic that there's people in that building playing a virtual version of football.
I had heard about one British gamer who had amassed a fortune through gaming and video blogging, and his success story was a long way away from the stoic work ethic of his Korean counterparts. His name was KSI. At 21, KSI had made a fortune from posting videos of himself playing FIFA in his bedroom. With over 1 billion views, KSI has the second most watched YouTube channel in the UK.
That's crazy.
Yo, you work inside the GWT, and today I've got something slightly different for you guys. We got a Q&A with
Matt.
Sarah here.
Matt.
Just Matt?
Yeah, for now, just Matt.
Today it's just Matt, and let's get on with the Q&A.
What floor are we on right now?
We're the highest floor.
Okay.
So this is, I guess, some people would say a penthouse.
You can see like literally outside of the border of London from here.
You can see like the Shard, you can see a few stadiums and stuff. The view is phenomenal.
And you've got like a 360 view of all of London as well.
Essentially, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is
where the magic happens?
Not yet. Nothing's happened here. It's
Not
the
yet?
yellow room actually, but
Okay, cool.
Not yet.
These are all my shoes.
There's like quite a lot of gold in these shoes.
Yeah, these are Versace's.
Those shoes are
What are the
trash,
next big
nigga.
purchases you've got lined up?
Getting a jacuzzi.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting the jacuzzi like right at the top.
Wow.
Pretty much, yeah. They'll have to get a helicopter to pick up the jacuzzi.
So you're getting a jacuzzi airlifted here.
Airlifted here, yeah.
So would you call yourself a pro?
A pro gamer? No, God no. God no. No. I'm definitely not a pro player. No. No
But
way.
still you've managed to kind of achieve fame with FIFA and gaming as kind of like the vehicle that brought you there.
Yeah, definitely.
How did this all start?
How did it all start? In my bedroom, yeah. You know, I did a few videos here and there, and eventually it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. More FIFA videos so you can relax. A lot of people think to be at the top you have to be the best at a certain game or this. No, you don't. Like, it's more about personality.
But how have you gotten to the place where you have a giant penthouse?
I'm now a brand, like KSI is a brand. Like, I have several incomes now. So I have my own shop. I'm in a group that also has a shop. I do music, I do acting, but the main income would definitely be through advertising. So obviously through my videos and views I get. Last month I got like 70 million views. It's crazy that it's all just come about from me sitting in my bedroom just making a few FIFA videos.
So how many subscribers do you have?
In total, maybe like 9-10 million.
So, I mean, you're getting a jacuzzi airlifted into your flat.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, are you a millionaire?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. I guess essentially I'm a 21-year-old who's a millionaire through gaming, vlogging, just my online experience, yeah. Yo, I'll take it.
As he took me for a spin in his bright orange Lamborghini, it was clear that KSI had earned more money than I would ever see in my entire life. KSI was a new kind of millionaire, and one that we'll be seeing a lot more of as gaming outpaces the music and film industries.
This nigga. Yo, this nigga be boxing now.
I was interested in the different ways that esports entrepreneurs could stake their claims to the massively expanding fortune available through gaming. We had been invited to meet another larger-than-life character, a guy called Sam Matthews. Gamer, social media guru, and self-proclaimed party guy, Sam Matthews is the founding CEO of Europe's biggest hope at global gaming success, an esports team called Fnatic. The team were celebrating their 10-year anniversary on the rooftop of their East London headquarters.
If you look at our Facebook fan base, we had like 200,000 fans like a year and a half ago. Now we've got 1.4 million fans on Facebook. It's crazy that it's still underground. If you look at our team and you compare just our Facebook fans to those of the Premier League, we have more fans than pretty much all of the Premier League except 4 teams. And it's like, who the hell's heard of Fnatic? I think that things like football, they're kind of limited in their scope, whereas something like video gaming, it's not just one sport. It's like having a football team and a tennis team and a cricket team all in one. So as a brand and a company, that's exciting because we can do interesting things with that. Esports isn't just these geeks in a room locked away. These guys are traveling around the world. They've got girls chasing them.
So this is my Twitter. This is a girl saying, "You perhaps lost this time, but you won something else. My heart, bae."
And I think that's what's really super exciting.
This shit's serious. Put on makeup and shit.
Actually becoming superstars.
This
and
shit's serious,
bro. And it's like, it's just insane.
This ain't no
actually,
joke, nigga.
The coolest thing is that we make a ton of products. So we have like water bottles, headphones, like caps, and they sell. That's where we see the big growth opportunity is kind of capitalizing on this young, impassioned user base that really see this as a movement, as a lifestyle choice. And it, just as much as back in the day it might have been like skateboarding, what we do believe is that eventually it will become much, much bigger than 90% of world sports. I really believe that.
As the sun set
gonna be
over
bigger
Shoreditch,
than,
Sam
soccer,
Matthews took
but
off his business hat and put on his
that's my
party
dream.
fedora.
What's your dream, bro? To be a professional? What's your dream, bro? To be a professional gamer? Or to own a gaming team? Because, you know what I mean, to do that, talking to own a gaming team. Or to go to London. Like, what's your dream, man?
I like to party. I mean, I like to dance. I love music so much. I mean, I've always been into music. I used to mix drum and bass on vinyl. You know, I've been recently a lot into tech house, deep house. And you know, I said free booze, rooftop in Shoreditch, and people came, you know?
And how late do you think you guys are gonna go tonight? Like,
I don't know, there's another party going on, so we might go to that. And I think the cops might come soon because it's pretty loud for a roof terrace in residential areas. You know, don't mess with the cops. That's one lesson I'll teach you guys. Because I've learned the hard way? No, I'm joking.
We can break these chains.
Trailed by an entourage of beautiful women, Sam quickly took over the party, pushing the gamers to the edge of the dance floor and taking over the decks.
Good, man.
He later ditched the barbecue to go to a series of after
Definitely
parties.
get it, bro. Everything's possible. Put your mind
Wherever
to it.
there's money, there are people tagging along just for the party. And with all the money esports is generating, it's no wonder that the Lambos, the penthouses, and the groupies have been quick to follow. Sam wanted us to see his team in action, so we went to the European Championship at Gamescom in Cologne. With over 300,000 visitors, Gamescom is the highest attended gaming event in the world.
So we're here at a place called Gamescom. It's basically Nerdtopia. This is absolutely massive. It's bigger than any sporting event that I've ever been to. You've got fans of all different games. It's like going to an NFL match, a basketball match, and a football match all at once. Wasn't quite sure what was going on here, but I now realize it's a contest to see who can masturbate their invisible penis faster. That guy quite smugly just won that.
Yo!
Very fast. I mean, I'm impressed.
Who masturbates the fastest,
Kind of
bro?
awkward.
Hold
this girl's
on.
shark gun is a lot smaller than the other girl's shark gun. And a football match.
Bruh, y'all see that?
Wasn't quite sure what was going on here, but I now realize it's a contest to see who can masturbate their invisible penis faster. That guy quite smugly.
Yo, that.
just won
Yo,
that.
they do that on the daily,
Very
bro.
fast.
Multiple times a
impressed.
day.
Kind of awkward. This girl's shark gun is a lot smaller than the other girl's shark gun.
Oh. Bruh, that's funny,
What we're here
bruh.
to see really is the esports people.
That's
Alliance
funny.
and Fnatic are going to play at 3 p.m. and the fans have already been there since 10 a.m. waiting for
3
it.
p.m.? Been there since 10 a.m.? They've been waiting for damn near 5-6 hours? Yo, this shit gonna go crazy, bruh.
As far as the majority of the crowd were concerned, Fnatic were destined to win the European Cup. But their opponents and arch rivals, Alliance, had other ideas. With some of the best players in Europe, they won the first 2 matches with relative ease.
After losing that second game, you could really see on their faces they were emotionally and physically drained. Their brains have been clicking at like a mile a minute. One of them was almost in tears. This is their livelihood. You know, their futures and their careers depend on winning this game.
Sabs is the one that's taking the damage, but it doesn't matter. The reset comes, the lead goes in, Peke goes down. It's just reckless. The one man standing for Fnatic to prevent them going out.
Fnatic pulled it back in Game 3, with Reckless leading the charge. But in the 4th game, Alliance defeated the crowd favorites and claimed their title as champions of Europe.
Fnatic are dethroned as the champions of Europe. The new kings are Alliance.
While they didn't manage to win this time, the dedication of Fnatic's fanbase was immense, and even in defeat, there was a legion of supporters queuing up to take pictures with the team.
I've been watching Fnatic for a long time, and it's just amazing. Like, the players, they play so well. My heart's still beating to this point.
I made a cheerleader costume for the Fnatic team, and I was cheering them even if they lose. It is hard, of course. I really wanted that win.
Fnatic lost this time, and even if they hadn't, the chances of them going on to win in Asia were slim to none. But Sam Matthews had realized the bigger picture. There were about as many Fnatic t-shirts at Gamescom as there are Manchester United jerseys at Old Trafford. And that's the real ambition, a truly international sports brand.
That's crazy.
Win or lose, the European esports scene is a hugely lucrative industry. And when the real winner is the group with the biggest following, Fnatic have already won.
Damn, bruh.
The biggest game in esports history was only days away. The League of Legends World Finals.
I don't know how much a ticket costs to go there, you know what I mean?
All around
That shit
Seoul
probably
are these
crazy.
things called PC bongs. And if you're not a gamer, you're not from Korea, you probably don't know what those are, but they're basically internet cafes with really nice computers where you can spend all day gaming.
Hey, is that big there?
Whereas in the West, we're more inclined to stay at home and play console games. PC bongs are a massive part of Korea's youth culture. It's not just about having fun either. The fact that there's a gaming cafe on every street corner is one reason that Korea is the dominant global force in esports. It's in these PC bongs that the country's future stars will be born.
Right away you can see this has got everything you need for a whole day of
1K?
gaming.
Yeah, most
You've
likely.
got no windows, so there's little to remind you of the outside world. Energy drinks go with gaming just like weed goes with reggae, and here you can get any kind of energy drink you want. And if you get a bit peckish, dried squid is only a few steps away. And even a VIP zone, which stands for very important person, or maybe in this case, very into PCs. This button just calls over an attendant to help you out with anything you need. Literally, you could just sit here all day.
That's so smart, bro.
How late are you guys open
You need to
today?
invest in that, bro.
24
Go gamer, invest in that.
젊은 애들은 이제 하나의 그 자기 생활의 일부분이 되어버려서 지금 어떤 누가 이제 게임을 하지 말아라 그런 얘기를 하면은 굉장히 기분 나쁘게 생각하는.
There's a biblical verse on the wall. The church PC bong parallel is an obvious one. You come here, sit at your pew, and pray to the gods of gaming.
Bro, invest in this right here, bro. A PC bomb, bro.
And so what do you guys like more?
This will go
All going
crazy,
out to a
bro.
club together or all going to a PC bong together?
클럽 가는 게 싫어요. 저랑 이거 싫어요.
Hey, don't like going to clubs. I hate clubs. PC bangs.
So night has fallen, some people are going into clubs and bars, but the gamers are still gaming.
During the day, PC bongs are filled with solitary gamers, but at night, it becomes a much more social activity. We met up with a group of college gamers who ran an esports streaming studio out of their dorm rooms. They wanted to show us their idea of a good time, pre-drinks and gaming.
It looks like everyone's dressed up. You all have your party frocks on.
It's just, yeah.
Where do you guys usually like to go out?
PC cafe.
I'm trying to go to South Korea one time, bro.
And is it normal? Oh, and is it normal to mix like PC bongs and going out, or is that just your guys' thing?
That's kind of like nerdy guys like us. Like our government think game as something like drink or cigarettes. Yeah, people think it's insane. I think like this is same as playing like soccer or baseball.
Yeah.
That shit is live, bro. I couldn't do that, bro.
It's like a sushi.
Or trying to climb inside of my lips. Is it normal for it to just like cling to the
Ain't
inside of your
38
throat
minutes away?
and just stay there?
That's the
It
thing,
feels
man.
like
We need
there's
to
an
create. We need to
octopus
create
in
a
my
big
throat.
one. One
That's very quickly turned into a
you know what I
scene
mean?
out of Old Boy.
Turn into the new gym. You feel me? You know how gyms like every gym's like you can find a gym 10 minutes away from every house.
So we're like
that. Bring it here to
4
America.
sojus
We'll
and
go
2
crazy,
beers and
bro.
1 octopus down. Now we're at a PC bong.
Oh, they're really eating
I
live
expect there's gonna be
octopuses,
a
bro.
lull in the night. Because
I ate an
we were
octopus,
just
but it was
having
dead.
a good time,
I don't think I
having
could eat a live one,
conversations,
bro.
and now they're just gonna play video games all day. So I guess that's the end to our short-lived friendship. I'm just gonna linger back here and wait for them to finish, and then maybe afterwards we can be friends again.
So they do this all night like it's clubbing. So they'll rent out a booth and play.
We were having fun up until a second ago, and now all everyone's doing is just tapping away at a computer. They don't even serve alcohol here.
Crazy.
As the college crew were locked into their game, I noticed some people asleep in their chairs.
Like that.
Before I fell asleep myself, it was time to put my foot down. I took the lull between games as an opportunity to bring everyone outside and hailed a cab to
some girl
Korea's
got
biggest
arrested.
super club.
What? For real?
So we're about to go
That's
into
crazy.
Seoul's Super Club Octagon, and we've just found out that the guy with the glasses, it's his first time ever in a nightclub. So I'm interested to see if this totally blows his mind. Maybe he'll never game again after tonight.
Come back out.
I think air is so hot.
What?
Air is so hot, I think.
Airy.
Air.
Oh, the air here is so hot. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, well, it's gonna
Right
be
with
very
that hot
yeah.
shit.
What shot do you want? Huh? What do you want? Vodka, tequila.
What do you mean?
So, Son Young, this is your first experience of a club. What was your first impression?
일단 정말 많이 시끄럽고 또 정신이 없었는데 그래서 근데 좀 이제 그 음악이라고 해야 되나? 음악이 몸을 울리는데 온몸을 치는 것 같아가지고 저를 공격하는 것 같은 느낌.
Did you ever at any point wish that we were back in the PC bong?
딱 한 번. 그러니까 제가 춤을 추다 보니까 조금씩 너무 조금 나는 지쳤다. 그러니까 PC방으로 쉬러 가고 싶다라는 생각이 들었어요.
He just looks so out of place outside of a PC bong. But he got into the music, he had a few drinks, and I think he ended up really liking it. I'd totally go clubbing with him again. He smashed it in an octagon.
For Seoul's young gamers, it all starts out in a PC bong. But if things go well, they'll end up in a professional gaming house. Often recruited at the age of 17, the gaming house will become their new home until they change teams or retire, and players will live, eat, sleep, and train together
check
under
the time,
one
bro.
roof. For most gamers, this is their first time living away from their parents. So
shoot,
the
young
coach's
niggas still
job
got
isn't just
shower
to
and
train
stuff
them,
before I
but to
head
act
out.
as a guardian and father figure. The responsibility of caring for 20 young adults while also trying to turn a profit can be a lot to handle.
제 선수들한테 그런 좋은 대우를 못 해주고 있어요. 지금 제가 많은 돈을 투자를 하고 있고 스폰서가 좋은 스폰서들이 많이 없기 때문에 그래서 굉장히 안타까워하고 있고 정말 아쉬워요. 제 선수들에게 좀 더 많은 좋은 대우를 해주고 싶은데 그걸 못하는 일이 됐어. 근데 이제 뭐 승부 조작이라고 해서 스타크래프트 1을 주 종목으로 하던 시절이었고 그 종목에 몇몇 선수들이나 이런 뭐 좀 좋지 않은 사람들이 연루돼서 그때 스캔들이 한 번 있었고 그때 굉장한 위기를 맞이했었고 한국 e스포츠 자체가.
Not everyone cares so strongly about their players' well-being. For some coaches, financial gain is more important. Esports history has been through multiple match-fixing scandals. One episode in particular was the biggest scandal in esports history, and it nearly resulted in one of its most gifted stars paying the ultimate price. His name is Chun Min-ki, but he's better known by his gamer name, Promise.
한국에서는 저를 피미르라고 부르는데 외국 사람들이 피미르 발음을 잘 못하더라고요. 그래서 그냥 프로미스로 바꿨어요. 약속을 많이 했어요. 약속을 많이 하고 다녔어요. 뭐 잘하겠다 하고 약속 지키겠다는 의미로 그냥 프로미스로 바뀌었어요.
So when did you first get into gaming?
3살? 그냥 마냥 중학교 때 게임이 좋았는데 이제 그냥 마냥 그냥 준비를 되게 열심히 했어요. 그 프로 생활 준비를 그냥 가난하니까 뭐 하루에 식사 뭐 컵라면 1개, 캔커피 2개였고 그냥 가끔씩 팬들이 뭐 배 안 고프냐고 뭐 음식 배달 시켜주고 그렇게 해서 뭐 그냥 연습했는데.
Promise's coach started the team on borrowed money and had gotten himself into some serious debt. At the time, the players knew nothing about this. The coach tried to earn back the money through match fixing and forced his team to throw their games.
What was your relationship like with the team's manager?
말 되게 잘하는 사기꾼이었죠. 승부 조작을 하라고 하는데 그거를 이제 엄청 잘 속였어요. 그러니까 하기 싫고 그냥 나가서 그냥 내 하고 싶은 플레이 하고 싶고 그런데 뭐 안 하면은 뭐 선수 생활 접게 하겠다 뭐 이런 얘기가 나오니까 그럼 뭐 그때는 뭐 제가 생각도 없었고 그러니까 그냥 죽기 살기로 게임만 했죠 진짜. 그냥 나오게 되니까 그냥 그때부터는 이제 마음이 너무 힘든 거예요. 그냥 제가 그것 때문에 다시 이제 인생의 재기를 못할 정도로 그냥 계속 부정적인 생각만 드니까 그러다 결국에는 제가 좀 안 좋은 쪽으로 뭐 자살하는 쪽으로 해서 이제.
The shame of intentionally losing was too much for Promise, and after posting a suicide note online, he jumped off of a 12-story building. He was 21 at the time.
Damn.
Miraculously, he survived when his body smashed through the roof of a recycling center, breaking his fall and putting him into a coma. After an excruciating 11-hour surgery, where doctors had to reattach his jaw, Promise began to recover.
Damn.
The professional gaming community quickly mobilized to raise funds for Promise's medical bills.
손에 흉이 많은데 흉이 되게 큰데 그냥 흉이 되게 크지만은 뭐 처음에는 손이 안 움직였어요. 그냥 오른손이 완전 아작이 났거든요. 그냥.
After the ordeal, players around the world started a secret support network of esports athletes to ensure that they would never again fall victim to exploitation and corruption in professional gaming.
팬분들이랑 그냥 뭐 모금해 주신 분들 그렇고 말이라도 따뜻하게 해주신 분들도 고맙고 뭐 그리고 협회에서도 그렇고 뭐 캐스파 협회에서도 그렇고 라이엇에서도 이제 뭐 지원해 주셔서 그냥 건강하게 어느 정도 건강하게 돌아왔으니까 그래서 지금 주목도 줄 수 있고 게임도 할 수 있고 그래요.
These are the formative years of your life, really, and at that age, parents, teachers, or in this case, the managers of gaming teams have a responsibility and a duty of care. He was a young guy, and that person decided to exploit him for money. And with the added weight of performing on your shoulders, it must just be damaging to everything you understand about the world. And it led him to do the worst thing a person can do to themselves. On the eve of the biggest game in esports history, it had finally sunk in just how high the stakes can get.
The moment had arrived. From being spurned by esports royalty to having my brain zapped by an addiction therapist, via PC bongs, Lamborghinis, and robot costumes, I had finally got here. The World Finals.
We're at Seoul World Cup Stadium, the biggest stadium in Korea, and it's here where the League of Legends World Championship is happening. Everyone we've met has been waiting for this moment. If you're a gamer, this is the most inspiring, most important event in all of history. There's going to be entire cosplay teams who spent weeks preparing their costumes, tens of thousands of screaming fans cheering for who they want to win. But most importantly, only one team is going to go home crowned the League of Legends World Champions.
It be like that, bro. Be that serious, huh? Motherfucking stadium, bro.
On stage, the costumes looked amazing. But while we were backstage, the downsides to wearing a 12-foot suit of armor quickly became obvious.
Did he draw the short straw and have to wear that? Can he walk forward or just sideways like a crab? All the teams are here. CSL, Spiral Cats are here too. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for. That giant costume back at CSL's cosplay house is now going to come to life with all the parts assembling. It's probably the biggest, most outrageous, most unlikely and impractical cosplay costume, well, in history. So the giant dragon thing's arm just fell off while everyone was watching. I guess that's one of the downsides to taking cosplay to this level.
When the competition's this fierce, the only way to win is to go bigger and bolder than every other team. It seemed like the Korean cosplay scene was witnessing an arms race of epic and irrational proportions.
Everyone knows Cow Guy, like everyone is taking photos with him. When I interviewed him, I just thought he was a random guy dressed as a cow. He still is, but to these people, he's also more than that.
What does he do?
And there he was. With a whole new entourage and a whole new do, it was High from Cloud9.
Hey man. Oh, sorry. What happened with the Spiral Cats? Did you ever end up hanging out with them? What? With the Spiral Cats, did you ever end up hanging out with them? Nice. Cool.
That nigga really act like he all that.
When did you want to do things? Later?
Yeah, sure. If you're around, like, it'd be cool, yeah.
I'll be somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm pretty easy to spot, so.
Pretty easy to spot? Yeah. All right, cool, man. Well, thanks. Thank you. Bye. It's so hard to get, like, 1 minute with Live from Cloud9. There's, like, 40,000 people all waiting to get in.
By the time we entered the stadium, it was already swag o'clock. With enough swag being thrown out into the audience to feed an entire army of LOL fans.
You didn't get a swag, you can get the swag at your game too. You can get the whole swag. So don't worry about that and have fun. Thank you.
If we didn't get swag the first time round, there's gonna be another couple rounds, so that's a load off.
As the fans took their seats, the countdown to the opening ceremony began. Nothing could have prepared me for what was about to happen.
Better day than that.
I couldn't believe the scale of the whole event. Before each team walked on, they were introduced by a dramatic video segment that was packed full of expensive CGI graphics.
Shit's serious, bro.
After a Korean drum ceremony, we were treated to a performance by an American rock band called Imagine Dragons. They're one of those groups that are somehow really famous, but you'd never meet anyone who actually listens to them.
This is a computer game that we are all gathered here to watch. A computer game.
Once the opening ceremony came to an explosive end, the players sat down, chose their characters, and the competition began. Samsung White versus Starhorn Royal Club for a prize of $1 million.
Again, we'll see if Royal Club can get under the skin of Samsung White.
After sacrificing so much of their young lives, having defeated the best teams from every corner of the world, these 10 players were locked into a struggle that would decide the future kings of a game played by 70 million people.
Here he comes. He's in stealth.
There's the alert. They know he's there, but they don't know who he's on. He eats Uzi right away. Luber's going to be able to give a little bit. Danny gets the heel, and he flashes out perfectly. Here comes Bond from the side.
Samsung White had the upper hand from the get-go, swiftly beating Starhorn in the first 2 games. Smelling defeat in the air, Starhorn made a bitter last stand and managed to pull a game back.
Here comes the clean-up team. Oh my God! The flash over. Uzi will get it. He's going to go towards him. Double kill down for Uzi.
Royal Club do the impossible. They take game 3 against White, and we're going to be going to game 4. The series is still alive. They have the emotions to keep it going. It's something that led him to the win over OMG. They have the longevity. They have the mentality to stay in these best-of-5 series and play for the long haul.
But their luck had run out. As hard as they fought, in the end, they were no match for their Korean counterparts.
The same Nexus soaring forth. They're going to focus in on the Nexus itself. And Samsung White are the 2014 World Champions.
What a sight.
After almost 4 hours of unbroken concentration and high-speed gameplay, Samsung White had done it. They demolished Starhorn in 3 out of 4 matches, letting Korea keep its position as the world's esports powerhouse for another year.
This is a victory that's going to go down in history as the biggest and the most covered, with the most lights, the most fireworks ever to happen in the whole world of esports.
The cup hoisted in front of the home crowd. Pleased with the victory, pleased with the games, and the games were absolutely amazing.
The closest I could get to meeting the newly crowned world champions was through another strictly controlled press junket.
Can you tell me about the emotion of winning the title here in Korea, in this stadium, in front of 40,000 people?
우승을 했지만 좀 뭔가 아쉬워요. 이게 뭐냐면은 저희가 경기하느라 정신이 없어가지고 많은 환호를 더 느끼지 못한 게 좀 아쉬운데 근데 이번 우승이 한국에서 우승한 거라고 생각하니까 더 이게 뭔가 뭐라 해야 되지? 기분이 좀 설명을 잘 못 드리겠는데 좀 기분이 좀 남달라요.
롯컵 상금은 어마어마한데 상금은 어떻게 쓰실 거예요?
상금을 그냥 일단 다 나눌 생각이고 뭐 보통은 다 적금하겠죠. 막 저장해두겠죠.
I finally got the chance to ask the one question that had been answered by everyone except the players themselves.
So this is a question for the whole team. Do you guys consider yourselves to be professional computer game players or athletes?
운동선수가 아니고 저는 네.
저는 운동선수라고 생각해요.
육체로 하는 게 아니지만 마음으로.
저도 운동선수라고 생각해요.
저도 운동선수라고 생각합니다.
저는 그 가운데 있다 생각해요.
I wanted to know, do these guys consider themselves athletes or not? To everyone else, they already were athletes. They were focusing on how they were athletes, what amazing moves they were doing, how their strategy brought them to victory. Is it athletics? Is it not? It's its own thing entirely, and it's something that's very much born out of today.
In the 6 years since it was created, League of Legends was able to fill a stadium with 40,000 people, but there were 27 million more tuning in live from home. That's more than the audience of that same year's NBA Finals.
That's crazy, bro.
Before it took over the world's stadiums, esports was already connecting hundreds of millions of people across the globe. And with the internet's colossal reach, it's now growing at a rate that televised sports may never catch up to. There have always been people who chose to escape the monotony of the real world by immersing themselves in fantasy. The difference is that those people used to be called nerds, but now they're called stars. Hearing the cheers of 40,000 people echo throughout a World Cup stadium made it clear that gaming was finally getting its Woodstock moment. Rather than a marginalized subculture that parents refuse to understand, esports is the newest part of mainstream culture. And before long, anyone trying to ignore its global significance will be lying in its wake, wondering how computer games took over the world.
Yeah, don't sleep on this shit, bro.